All right, y'all, listen, before I get into anything deep today, the very first thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to keep saying it throughout this whole video, get on these MoveQuest calls, all right? There is so much value on these calls, not just the main presentation. I'm talking about the side conversations with the developers, the mastermind discussions with the core team, and the little golden nuggets that the founder drops in passing as she's talking about all these different things that they're doing. When you're listening closely, all right, you start to understand exactly what's being built here. This is not some little hype project. This is not a quick flip. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a legacy project. This is one of those projects we're all going to look back and say, man, I'm glad I stayed consistent. Man, I'm glad I positioned myself this early. Or for some people, man, I wish I got plugged in sooner. And I always say it's never too late because, ladies and gentlemen, MoveQuest is tied to something that everyone on this planet needs. Better physical health and better financial health. All right. Now, let's keep it real for a second. All right. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not a nutritionist. But what I am is somebody who's been watching, learning, absorbing, and applying this system long enough to see exactly what's happening and what is coming next, ladies and gentlemen. So here's the simple truth, all right? Being physically active improves your quality of life. That's facts. Study after study after study shows it. Walking 10,000 plus steps a day has ridiculous benefits for your heart, your metabolism, your sleep, your stress levels, everything. But here's where MoveQuest is different. It takes something you already should be doing and ties it directly to earning a real cryptocurrency with real value, backed by its own coming blockchain, with real tokenomics, real utility, and real world purpose. All right, where else can you do that? All right, where else can you say, I mined valuable crypto today just by taking care of myself? All right. Now, the ecosystem is evolving every single week, it seems like. There's a new layer that we're learning about, and there's going to be even more calls that we talk about more of these things. The founder has talked about on the calls that we're already watching, some of the things that she's going to be doing in the coming weeks, in the coming days. Here's something we got to take advantage of. They're going to be talking about the blockchain updates. The submission fee reductions have been talked about. The gamification of MoveQuest has been talked about. The hatcheries, the staking modules, the algorithmic changes, security updates, and real behind-the-scenes info you can't get anywhere else, all right? You'll hear something one night, and by the next call, you're like, oh, wow, they done taken it to the next step. They've taken it to the next level. They've taken it even further. This is why I keep saying, ladies and gentlemen, do not miss these calls, all right? They will help you to understand the vision and get ahead of the changes that are coming, all right? Now, as I'm recording this, I checked in. MQT is sitting at $7.45 on CoinMarketCap, all right? And when you look at what's being built, when you look at how early adoption still is, when you look at the tiny fraction of people on Earth who even know about this project, man, oh man, lady, oh lady, this thing is primed to explode. And I don't say that lightly. Y'all know I don't give things unnecessary hype. I'm only telling you guys things from personal experience. And what I'm telling you is what the fundamentals are showing. When blockchain arrives with MoveQuest and QuestNet or whatever they call it, when the fees start to drop, when the submissions scale globally, and when more people start staking and using the hatcheries and the things that are involved in the ecosystem, this token is going to literally shock people, all right? Now, let me make this super simple. MoveQuest gives you the ability to mine a valuable cryptocurrency, MQT, with your physical body. Put one foot in front of the other. submit your movement, and earn MQT. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Now, of course, there's more depth to it. Blockchain, tokenomics, miners, economics, staking, gamification. But ladies and gentlemen, at the core, this is a project that pays you to improve your health. There has never been anything like this done sustainably until right now, all right? I want everyone to understand that. Now, let me say this now, and I'm going to say this multiple times. There's a promotion going on right now, okay? The docking slot promo ends tomorrow, December the 4th at 12 noon, okay? At the time I'm recording this, December 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern, okay? I believe it's on Eastern time. If you open dock slots 2 through 10, MoveQuest will open the rest of them for you for free. This ends tomorrow at 12 p.m. December the 4th, 12 p.m. noon, Eastern time. If you've been on the fence, if you've been thinking about positioning yourself, this is the time. This is the moment. So let me say it again. Open dock slots 2 through 10 before 12 noon Eastern on December the 4th, and the rest open for free, up to 18. All right, there's 18 docking slots available. This is ending tomorrow. All right, now let's talk about miners. All right, every dock slot you open comes with a Trailblazer miner right now. That's another promotion. And that mines with 100% power. Not exactly sure when that promotion ends, but I will definitely let you know. But ladies and gentlemen, it is here right now, and that is huge. That is positioning. That is long-term leverage inside of this ecosystem. But here's the beauty. Even if you can't financially open dock slots right now, even if your situation is a little bit tight, you still have access to the Phantom miners for 90 days. Here's what that means. You can earn MQT right now and then use the MQT you earn over time to open your docking slots later, depending on the token price, of course, but this can happen. This system was designed with every level of person in mind, which means no one gets left out. Now, let me be real with you all. MoveQuest makes you pay attention to yourself in a way you probably haven't in a long time. You start moving a little bit differently. You start thinking, let me walk a little longer. Let me dance a little harder. Let me go hit the golf course today and walk. Let me get on this treadmill. You can literally turn your room into a mini mining center with a treadmill. Now imagine that. Walking in your house and your wallet is getting healthier at the same time that you are. How cool is that? Your mindset starts to change. Your habits change. Your energy changes. Your confidence changes. Your finances change. This is bigger than a token. It is a lifestyle upgrade. Now, here's another thing that MoveQuest gives you, whether you realize it or not. It is a crash course in crypto. Now, here are a few of the things you're going to learn in your experience with MoveQuest. You're going to learn how to use MetaMask, how to secure your seed phrase, how to move assets between exchanges, how Avalanche works, how decentralized systems operate, why blockchain matters, how the math behind tokenomics affects value, the importance of removing tokens from circulation, and why staking is so powerful. You're learning real skills that most people in the world don't have right now. I mean, 4% of the world own, I think it's like 4 to 8% of the world even have crypto wallets of the world. Now, listen, I haven't talked about this much, but I need to start talking about Bullish Moon. I personally need to tap in better as a leader. I'm challenging myself to do that because they're providing the education that everybody needs to navigate projects just like MoveQuest. So shout out to the Bullish Moon. This is life-changing knowledge. This is information people are paying thousands for in other spaces. And we're getting it at Bullish Moon for $10 a month. Like Nick said, can't beat that with a stick. All right. So I got to do better. That's my challenge to myself as I put this video out today as well. I got to do better and get involved in that education. I can't take the education that I have for granted and then think that somebody else doesn't need it. All right. Bullishmoon.com. Now listen, we've heard the updates. We've seen some previews. We're kind of getting the gist of what's coming with this blockchain that has been developed. Shout out to Waleed, man. He's awesome. As Hayden says, the top G. Here's what's coming, y'all. The new blockchain is coming. I think they said 60 days. I'm going to give it 60 days, maybe 60 to 90, depending on how tech works. Reduced submission fees are going to come with that new blockchain. More efficient processing, scalable architecture, more security, more automation, more gamification, more integrations with more blockchains and other tokens, more utility for MQT and its blockchain, and more opportunities for us, the early adopters, ladies and gentlemen. Once this blockchain hits, everything gets faster, everything gets cheaper, everything becomes more accessible globally. And this is why I keep saying, ladies and gentlemen, we are early. So I want to do this one more time. I want to remind you again, the doc slot promo ends December the 4th at 12 p.m. noon Eastern time. If you open doc slots 2 through 10, each of them are $80 worth of AVAX. All right, I want to make sure that that's clear. If you open them 2 through 10, the rest of your docking slots will be opened for free. That is a huge deal. That is positioning. That is long-term advantage. Take advantage of it today, right now. All right. Now, I want you to imagine something with me, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to imagine stadiums. Y'all been paying attention to me. Y'all know I'm just on a trip to Oklahoma. So like the one I was just down there in Norman, Oklahoma, 85,000 people strong. Imagine all of them moving and mining with MoveQuest. Imagine every step submitted. Imagine the impact on the token. Imagine the scale. Imagine the global health improvement. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're at 2,500 people submitting daily right now. Imagine what happens when that becomes 25,000, 250,000, no, 2 million. Do you understand what that does for the token, for the ecosystem, for the community, for the blockchain, and most importantly, your own personal health? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a movement. Ladies and gentlemen, we are building culture. This is technology at its finest. This is financial empowerment in the legacy wealth conversation. This is health empowerment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a personal testimony. MoveQuest isn't just a project. It is soon to become a revolution. All right, so before I get out of this video, before I close this thing on out, y'all, December 4th, one more time, at 12 noon Eastern, doc slots 2 through 10. Each one of them to open is $80 worth of AVAX. You will get the rest of them open for you, up to 18, all the way down to 18. This is the moment to lock in your future and position in this ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen. All right? So listen, if you've been watching from the outside, if you've been waiting for the right moment, if you've been saying, I'm going to get around to it, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment. This is your sign. This is your opportunity. And this is the time to tighten up and to step into something that is genuinely changing lives. MoveQuest is here. MQT is here. The blockchain is coming. The ecosystem is growing. And your health, ladies and gentlemen, most importantly, is waiting on you to make a decision. What decision are y'all going to make today? It's BOJ. I've already made my decision. I got my docking slots open, getting as many steps in as I can. I'm not on here trying to be the perfect example. But what I am is mining with the physical movement that I do get. I'm mining a very valuable token, and I'm standing on it. MQT will be the project of a lifetime. for many reasons. Most importantly, our health. We're going to get this thing together. But to incentivize that with a powerful economic tool in the most amazing technology that there is to date, which is cryptocurrency. Let's not take this for granted, ladies and gentlemen. Put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all of your wallets, because crypto is indeed the wild, wild west, y'all. If you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked. All right, ask me how I know. It's not very fun. If you like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And please, sir, and please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp ma'am. Because if he gets you or anybody out there trying to ask you for your information, let's just stay diligent and vigilant in the space and in the comment section of everything we do. All right? Don't give anybody your key phrases, your seed phrases, any of that stuff. All right? Let's grow MoveQuest. Let's continue to grow this thing, y'all. I have planted my flag. And there's going to be things that come alongside it. Hopefully they can all coexist and work together. But I've planted my flag. MoveQuest is going to change our lives if we allow the opportunity. And it's going to move. It's going to do its thing whether we're here or not. But I plan to be here to see it through. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.